Hi there, let's study GIGM. Let's start by the charts. This is the all history chart going back to 2000 or so. The stock collapsed here as all other technology stocks. But now, well, let's see the short-term chart. You can see the stock has been moving higher. Let me just put this a bit. Yes, it's working better now. It has been moving higher, respecting here the support given by the 200 days moving average, here reacting to the 50 days. So really a nice slowly and nice uptrend. Well, slowly since April 2006, because before that I remember GIGM being a $2 stock or so. Let's see, technical overview. Higher highs and higher lows show GIGM's long-term trend is positive, of course. Now a bit of fundamental analysis. Well, this is the share count over the years. Since 2001 it has remained roughly the same, which is a positive development, and the market cap has been rising. It is 633 million now. It has been rising at a 25% average annual rate, which curiously is what I'm expecting for the future too, but we'll see that in a moment. Okay, this is the balance sheet analysis. There's zero long-term debt. Well, the current ratio declined here to 1.63. That's a bit low, but I guess it's just because of some investments that they're doing. I'm not worried about the balance sheet here. As for revenues, well, you can see here they had pretty nice revenues in 03 and 04, 96 million in 03 and 99 million in 04. But the company was losing money here. The business model wasn't profitable, so they changed the business model almost completely and got less revenues, but the company is much more profitable now. And then analysts are expecting $140 million for 07. Since 2005, revenues are growing at an average annual pace of 47%, and the industry average just grew 13% in 2006 from 2005. Gross margin for GIGM is now 73%. Look here how it rose. Here it was about 20% in 03. Then here 38%, and now 73%, much more healthy here. Price to sales ratio, of course, is a bit higher on GIGM than the industry average, but I guess the much higher growth rate and the richer gross margin justifies that. Okay, moving on. This is the earnings per share, and we start expecting 46 cents in 06. Coming from big losses here, and for 07 they're expecting 53 cents. Here in 06, this 46 cents means net profit margin will rise to 17%, which is really good and very attractive. Price to earnings ratio for GIGM is 27 and the industry average is 38. But what I really like here is this margin expansion. That's one of my favorite catalysts to move a stock sharply higher over the long term. Fundamental overview. No dilution over the years. Balance sheet is, well, not strong, but okay, sorry here. Company changed to a much more profitable business model. Revenue growth was 47% in each of the past 2 years on average. Net profit margin is expected to rise to 17% in 2007, which is quite rich. And long-term estimates, this is the part I like most. I consider the company will grow revenues at a 30% average annual rate for the next 10 years. It can be more. We've seen for the past 3 years it has been growing at a 47% rate, but I guess 30% is quite nice and conservative, and that's the way we should do this. For the next 10 years, the net profit margin will grow to 20%. Well, since we're expecting already 17% for 07, and revenues are still small at 140 million. When they start growing, I expect net profit margin to really expand, perhaps to more than 20%, but let's say 20%. 10 years from now, in 2017, GIGM will have revenues of $1.93 billion, a net income of $386 million. Apply an average 16 times earnings multiple and get a market cap of $6.18 billion in 2017. With the current share counts, I don't expect dilution going forward, since the company is profitable now and it hasn't done it for the past 5 years or so. 6.18 billion translates to 123 price per share, and that means an average annual share price increase of 26%, which is quite attractive. General overview. GIGM now has a very profitable business model. Long-term estimates tell me GIGM will rise an average of 26% a year for the next 10 years. I take anything above 16%. Well, the market average is 8%. I'm looking for double that rate, and 26% is really attractive. This, on a compound basis, is a spectacular investment. So my rating for GIGM on a 1 to 10 scale is 9. Okay, bye. Thanks.